On now to a look at the next-gen stats in that first half for the Colts. And even though they've got the big cushion, I would imagine they'd like to see a little more out of their passing game. Pretty pedestrian numbers through 2 quarters of play. Meanwhile, for the Panthers, we check on their numbers on the ground in the first half, as they know they'll need to be better to overcome this halftime deficit.
All right, Coach, thank you, and we welcome everyone back for quarter number 3. Second half ready to get underway. The Colts with a lead, and they will receive the football. Out come the Colts. They'll have it first here to start quarter number 3. And they've got the lead. CD, what do you think the message was at halftime?
I don't think the message was too drastic, I think, at the half, or that they need to change things too much. I do think the offensive line could play a little bit better. I think they'll try and help them out more. They'll probably keep a tight end in a few more times and maybe add a running back to the formation and pick up those pass rushers, because they probably allowed a few too many sacks for comfort in the first half. And now we get into the psychology of the whole thing, because a lot of teams with a 2-score lead in the third quarter, they almost become defensive with their offense, just playing not to lose. I think with this team, you got to figure at this point, this is a great spot for them to go into attack mode, really try and put the hammer down and finish this one off.
First and 10, Taylor now. Nowhere to go that time. He maybe got a yard up to the 40. To throw is Robinson. To throw on second down. And he has a big gain inside the 40 before being dropped. 22 yards on the catch and run, a first down.
Of course, the catch was nice, but how about what happened after? Able to stay on his feet and gain all that additional yardage. So many of these slot guys, I think, have running back in their background.
So from Panther territory now, it's first and 10 at the 38. Looking to throw. Robinson. And that is incomplete. Now the coverage a little too good there. And it's second down. They've gone to their fullback quite a bit. He'll get it again. He'll be hit down at the 33. 5 yards on the play. We'll need 5 on this play to move the sticks. Robinson from the gun on third down. His throw caught at about the 5. And they are able to stop him, but he does take it all the way to the 2. They're able to convert on third down, and that sets up a first and goal.
They came out with an aggressive mindset to start the third quarter, and I wouldn't be surprised to see them take more of these type of deep shots as this game moves along. They connected there. They expect to connect on more before this one's over.
Taylor is not going to get back to the line of scrimmage as they'll tackle him at the 3. That's going to go as a loss of 1 on first down.
This defense is just flat getting after it. They have not given up much of anything in the run game. Case in point right there.
They've been in the red zone 3 times, and it's yielded just 3 points. Can they find the end zone here on second and goal? And they'll turn to the power game to try to get in. And he will fight his way into the end zone for a touchdown. It's the fullback. His first touchdown on the year. And the Colts take the opening kickoff of the third quarter and drive right down the field to extend their lead.
That drive that really increased their cushion felt very military to me. Very precise, methodical is one of the words you've taught me. And they just got it done.
And slowly but surely now starting to pull away a little bit. Things looking good for them here in the third quarter.
Not only pulling away, but you mentioned that slowly but surely. You also drain clock, too, with a drive like that. So you really give yourself an advantage.
Sanchez now, he'll kick it away following the touchdown. From the 10. And he's up past the 20 to the 22-yard line. The Panthers offense now, they head back on the field for their first possession of the second half. And their halftime hole now even deeper. And they need a big drive here just to answer the first touchdown of the second half scored against them.
They were down at the half. Now, as you mentioned, they're down a little bit bigger, but no time for discouragement. Just got to get back to it, right? Put your shoulder against the boulder and start pushing and try and get back to where you were to start the half.
Buried by multiple defenders on the drive's first play.
You can just see it in their body language. They're starting to see victory on the horizon now, and if it comes to fruition, they got to give a game ball to the front seven. Defensive line has taken charge and controlled this game. Face a challenge of stopping this opposing offense, and they've done so with ease.
Pass protection has been a problem all night long as they come up facing second and a bundle. Back to throw. Chamberlain. He'll leave it for Hunt, complete. And just not a ton of room to work with. He'll get it to the 15 for a gain of 2. Throwing on 3rd and long. Chamberlain. Open man left side. It's the tight end Trimble. So the completion good for 7 there. And that's going to make it 4th down.
Brandon, a good idea there on 3rd down. Run a little clear out and hope you can get your receiver the ball coming across the formation. Nice design, but well played defensively, and they stop him well short.
Here's the Panthers punter now, as he'll come on to kick for a 6th time tonight. This is brought in at the 21. So a solid punt, but also a nice return there of 14 yards. And it will be 1st and 10 as they take over. And now Indianapolis set to take the field. The football changing hands here, and as this offense takes the field, Charles, they'd be fine with more of the same on this upcoming drive. Last time out, they found the end zone for 6.
And they're certainly hoping for more of the same, but the game plan, I doubt it'll just be a carbon copy of the last drive, because I think this offense is ready to break out some new wrinkles and try some new things that might be hidden in their playbook. They want to use that confidence to its advantage while also keeping the defense from anticipating what's up next. Nice rhythm throw there on 1st down. He located his tight end, made a nice easy pitch and catch.
Hoping he can break a tackle or two. Wasn't able to do that there, but still good yardage. Here's Robinson looking to throw on 2nd down. And that falls to the ground, incomplete. A nice job of bodying him up defensively. And now it brings up 3rd down. Looking to throw. Robinson. And he bats it away, and it falls down incomplete. Now here's Rigoberto Sanchez as he's on to punt for Indianapolis. And he'll get credit for putting him inside the 20 as the fair catch is made right at about the 19-yard line. 36 yards on the punt with no return. And out will come the offense as they take over. The Panthers out there and ready to begin their next drive. I kind of feel like they've reached a do-or-die point in this game, Charles. If they're going to try to pull off an impressive comeback, it has to start right here, right now.
Yeah, now they've got a final chance to get out of this situation, but they also understand they've got to move the ball and move it fast. In addition, they need to save as much time so they can get 2 more possessions.
Only a couple there as he'll be brought down about the 28. And now a stoppage. It looks like we have a Colt who was shaken up on that last play. These guys have punted 4 times already, and they're staring at a 5th, barring a conversion here on 3rd down. And Hunt is not going to get there. No gain on the play there. A nice job defensively, and it likely forces a punt situation on 4th. Here's the Panthers punter now as he'll come on to kick this one away. And great special teams work here. This is knocking on the door of the 5. They'll spot it at the 6-yard line.
Well, someone's going to be happy with that effort. You know who else is going to be happy? His defense.
Absolutely.
He's created a very long field for that offense to try to traverse.
And he got some help from Mr. Football there, checking up nicely. Good English on that punt. Robinson now on 1st and 10. He's going to fire this thing deep right sideline. And they're going to get this beyond the 40 before he's taken down.
Holding offense.
The penalties don't usually hurt as much as that one does. That is a monster gain wiped out by the flag.
And you and I both know that an offense only gets a couple of those big moments in a normal game. You've got to take advantage of them. When you give one away because of an avoidable penalty, that's a major disadvantage. Just steals away every bit of momentum you just generated with that play.
Throwing to start the drive. Chamberlain. Connection made with Shenault. 6 yards left on second down. On the counter, Hunt. 2 yards the gain there, and now they're left with a third and about 4 for a first. Back to throw. Chamberlain. It's caught. Beckham. And he is going to have a Panthers first down as he'll be marked down a yard or 2 past the marker following a gain of 6. So he turned to a trusted, familiar face in that third down situation. It paid off.
Yeah, you go to your veteran receiver in that spot, so you can't underestimate him when he's on the field. Defensively, make sure you know where he is because he understands how to get open in key situations.
On 1st and 10, Chamberlain. That's going to be caught. It's Shenault. And he takes this one down almost all the way to the 30. 23 yards on the play. Still in search of their first touchdown of the game, but they're on the move. 1st and 10. They'll run with Hunt. Yeah, boy, this defense again really making things tough on him as they stop him for no gain. Now he'll look to throw here on 2nd and 10. Looking left side, and he's got a man. That's Hunt. And they'll work this down inside the 30. To throw on 3rd down, Chamberlain. The defense gets a hand on it, but he still grabs it. And he is out of bounds right around the 10-yard line. They're able to convert on 3rd down, and that sets up a 1st and goal.
But when we see the ball tipped in the air, sometimes we get a little roll change, don't we? Because when it's in the air, sometimes the defensive back becomes a receiver. And in this case, the receiver looked like a defensive back, but ended up a receiver.
He caught it as a receiver. Hey, it worked out.
Worked out really well for them.
Frank Reich not so sure about that last call. He's going to go ahead and throw out the challenge flag. Did he keep those feet in bounds? That's the question they've got to decide. And I got to say, watching it in real time, it was awfully close.
Yeah, it certainly looked like a heck of a catch because he didn't appear to bobble it, which could complicate things. But even with the benefit of replay, that's pretty tight.
Well, here's the call. So the challenge there does not go their way. This will indeed remain a completed pass. On 1st down, they'll run with Hunt.
Well, they certainly had success throwing the ball on this drive, and not as much running it as we just saw once again on that last play. Stopped after a very short gain. But I wouldn't abandon the run totally because otherwise, pass rushers just tee off on your quarterback. Makes it very, very difficult for him in that situation.
Just keep and eventually taken down here. Great coverage downfield. Kwity Paye able to record his 5th sack of the season.
Oh, man, it's been a rough night for that offensive line, and it's only getting rougher. 5 sacks now that they've given up in this contest so far. It feels like the witching hour out here, doesn't it?
Okay, stupid question. What's the witching hour?
Yeah, the witching hour. That's when everything goes haywire late at night.
They've been denied touchdowns in the red zone twice already. Here comes 3rd and goal. Operating from the gun, Chamberlain. And for a 3rd time tonight, he's intercepted. And the Colts will take over here just shy of the 30. Certainly not what he was hoping for, Charles. That's now 3 interceptions in this ball game.
But there's a lot of knowledge to be gleaned every time you throw an interception if you do things the right way. And Hasn't there been a pretty darn good quarterback along the way who threw a lot of interceptions early, learned from them, and became great later?
Who would that be?
That'd be one Peyton Manning. Threw 28 his rookie year. That's the NFL record. How'd things turn out for him?
I think okay. He's a guy in all the commercials now, right?
Yeah, I think he's doing okay.
They'll run with Taylor to begin the drive. Oh, what a juke into space. And able to get this one across the 45 before he's brought down. First play of the drive, a success, 19 yards.
Running lanes were at a premium in the first half, but he's able to find some room there, and he's hoping that that's a precursor of a big second half.
So one play, and they're already just shy of midfield. Looking to throw. Robinson. The Panther rush too strong. They get there and take him down. Derek Brown, the defensive tackle, getting in there for a loss of 5. A CD, you know, so often we talk about quarterbacks holding on to the ball too long. Well, we can't say that there. He had no time to do much of anything. Got to assume this defense will be charging again here. It's 2nd and 15. Back to throw. Robinson. Man open. It's Goodwin. And just 3 yards on the catch there. He couldn't get away. And that's going to lead to a 3rd and 12. Blitz forthcoming as he'll look to throw. And that will be incomplete. Now here's Rigoberto Sanchez as he's on to punt for Indianapolis. Calls for the fair catch, makes the fair catch just inside the 15-yard line. It'll wind up just a 35-yard punt, no return. And the Panthers will have a 1st and 10 from deep in their own territory. This Carolina offense at the line, ready to go. As this offense takes the field against CD, remember last drive they were moving the football, but then they threw that costly interception, so we'll see if they can right the ship here on this drive.
And doesn't that just sum up football? We see it all the time, don't we? The defense goes from losing the battle to making a huge play and stealing the momentum. So you know they're riding high right now, and they're ready to challenge this offense and that quarterback.
We'll see if the offense is up for that challenge here as things start to get more interesting here in this second half.
Well, this is where reading defenses and practice time comes into play. Got to know what you're running versus zone versus man and how to run the proper route. And they just executed that one pretty well.
Under a minute to go in this 3rd quarter as they come up 1st and 10. They'll run it here with Hunt. And he'll take this ahead for about 4. 2nd down coming up. And hold on here because on that last run, it looks like we have a player who was shaken up. The medical staff is going to come out here and take a look, and we will take a short break. The run got 4. Now they deal with a 2nd and 6. Looking to throw. Chamberlain. And that is incomplete. A lot of force bearing down on him there. He could not hang on. It's 3rd down. On 3rd down, Chamberlain. And for the 4th time tonight, it's an interception. Picked up by Kenny Moore. And the Colts are going to take possession of the football. Well, you just kind of feel for him right now. 4 interceptions, and you can almost see through his face mask. There's a lot going on in between the ears.
There certainly is, and probably way too much, because now he's probably doubting himself a little bit, wondering what adjustments he has to make. But here's what he needs to do. Get through this game. Go to the press conference, meet it head on, and show your teammates you're ready to shoulder what happened today, and you'll be ready for the next game.
And if he can do that as a rookie, that's a great sign of maturity. Now Robinson throwing on 1st down. And they'll work this down inside the 30.
That was a nicely run slant route, and what the receiver's trying to do is make the defender think he's going upfield for a deeper route and then breaks it off, usually after about 3 to 4 steps, and cuts towards the middle of the field. And now what he's trying to do is use his body to keep the defender away from the football and get the quarterback a really nice target.
And he'll go down, and that will do it for the third quarter of action. One quarter remains here as we wrap up the week on a Monday night. You are watching the NFL on EA Sports. And we're back now in Charlotte. The last run got 6, now 2nd and 4. It's the Colts. They've got control of the football. They also have the lead as we start the 4th. And he's going to be brought down at about the 16.
Many different ways to create space, but on that play, he did it with that big, wide body of his. Didn't get a whole lot of yardage on the play, but it did what it was supposed to. Pick up a first down.
To throw is Robinson on first down. And that's caught left side by Mo Alley-Cox. And the Colts are going to have a first and goal as the tackle is made at about the 5.
Partner, I like is what is known as a put-away drive. You score here, that might put this one to bed. I like the fact that they're playing with confidence and not playing with fear.
Robinson operating from the gun. And they're going to get to him. A sack. Sack back at the 9-yard line. Not the first and goal play they drew up. Multiple defenders in to bring him down to the ground.
This is a little hard for me to compute because I'm watching sack after sack happen, but somehow they're still behind in the game. I would expect all of this defensive pressure to translate to them taking a lead, and thus far, it hasn't happened. Time's winding down. They don't want to waste this type of performance from these ace pass rushers.
Now from the 9, here's 2nd and goal. Back to throw. Robinson. And pressure coming, and they got him once again. They'll wind up losing 3 there on the sack, and that makes things tougher here on 3rd and goal. Looking to throw. Robinson. This will be caught just inside the 10. And he'll work free from one tackle, but that's about all as he's taken down. Chase McLaughlin now for the field goal try. This to make it a 3-score game late. And his kick is good. And that will extend their lead even further. So that almost certainly the final piece to this puzzle, a 3-score lead. I don't think there's any coming back from there.
But you know, normally I'd get on you for giving up on the game right here, but I do think you're right in this case. This late in the game, 2 scores is tough enough. 3, I'm with you. That seems out of the question.
And from back there, a wise move. He'll just sit on this one, and it'll come out to the 25. And onto the field, here come the Panthers. Where we stand right now in the 4th quarter, this one pretty much out of reach. And, Charles, I know they're going to be disappointed about several things with this ball game, but the self-inflicted wounds, they've had several turnovers. You would have to think that's going to be something they're going to discuss heavily in the film session in the coming days.
You're absolutely right about that, partner, because they're going to have to sit in that film room and watch every error that they made and figure out how to not do it in the future. And mentally, I think a lot of the guys are already starting to think about, okay, how do we put this behind us and get better for the next time out? This, they'll use as motivation for the rest of the time that they play to hopefully never be in this type of situation again.
This will be caught downfield by Moore. And they're going to get this beyond the 40 before he's taken down. 27 yards there, a first down. A 3-score game here late. You can probably rule out the comeback, but certainly some kind of a moral victory to be had if they can get a few more points to close things out. And to that end, a nice pass play there to push things downfield.
Yeah, and we know in this league, a loss is a loss, and no one wants anything to count as a moral victory or, boy, something that feels a little bit cheap. But if they trim that lead down to just 2 scores, that's still a benefit to this squad.
Now a man open down the middle of the field. And he'll be brought down inside the 40-yard line. Well, those are the types of plays they probably wish they had made more of in the first 3 quarters. And this deficit going to be tough to overcome here in the 4th. But a nice first down and a pickup on that throw.
Yeah, and this is where as coaches, you're looking for effort and execution, even though the scoreboard is going to get.
And now here's another interception. Picked off by Isaiah Rodgers. And he will bring it back. An interception return for a Colts TD. McLaughlin for the extra point. And they open the lead up now to 25 points.
Personal foul. Roughing the kicker. Defense.
Well, things obviously not going their way. Trailing here in the fourth quarter, and that penalty going to go ahead and give the other side some extra yardage.
We all know it's an intense game and things can get heated out there. That's part of the battle. But bottom line, you got to keep your cool. That was not an example of doing that.
They have more total yards.
Throwing after the interception, Chamberlain. He's going to float this one deep right side. And it's knocked away and incomplete. So following the incompletion, here's 2nd and 10 from the 25.
The creative guy, the
Back
corner.
to throw. Chamberlain.
He's gotten a picky yet.
And this one incomplete. Too much contact to hold on to that one, and it's 3rd down. To throw on 3rd down, Chamberlain.
Another pick.
My goodness,
Another
interception.
That's 3 picks
Picked
for
up
Kenny
by
Moore.
Kenny Moore. Defensively that time, they were in zone coverage. As a rookie QB, what lesson can you learn there?
That's just
Well,
it.
understand
It's
this.
not
You
even
saw
my
zone in
guys.
college, and the defensive
It's
backs
everybody
reacted,
else.
but
Kenny
they don't
Moore.
react like
That's
they do
Aaron
on this
Rodgers.
level. So when they're in zone and they see the ball coming to them, they'll react at least a half a second faster. You got to know where you want to go with the ball and be decisive with it.
But
Otherwise,
still,
the end
they
result
got
could be
7
something you don't like.
turnovers.
Running straight ahead, Taylor. And he's going to take this ahead for right around 3 yards, but no more than that. 2nd down. A give to the fullback on the dive. And he stopped immediately there. The offense on 3rd down tonight, not getting the job done at all. A very poor 1 for 10. This will be 3rd and 6. Well, this one complete to Doolin. And he is going to have a Colts 1st down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion. Line of scrimmage, the 31 now on 1st and 10. Up the middle, here's Taylor. And he can only manage to get a couple. 2nd and 8 coming up.
Run the
The
ball.
last run got a couple. Here's 2nd and 8. They run once more with Taylor. Stopped at the 24-yard line after a gain of 5. Coming up here looking for 3 yards to pick up the 1st. Here's Robinson from the gun on 3rd down. And they're going to get this down inside the 20. So here's a 1st and 10 now down inside the 20. From the gun, it's Taylor. And a good gain here of 9 from the 19 down to the 10. Ball resting on the 10-yard line. It's 2nd and 1. Looking to throw. Robinson caught on the slant. And the Colts are looking at 1st and goal as he's tackled all the way down at the 2-yard line.
They kept the receiver in the short field, but that let his quarterback get the ball quickly to him before either guy in double coverage could react.
And they'll let the fullback try and take him home. And he's into the end zone. Touchdown, Indianapolis. A great effort there. With 2 touchdowns on the season, both in this game. And the Colts add on to their lead, and it's looking like that win streak is going to extend another week. Extra point by McLaughlin is up and good. And this one was over a while ago as they just add on to that big lead. No run back here, down to a knee, and this drive will start at the 25. The Panthers now set to take over offensively. They are looking to make a bit of a 180. They are sputtering right now.
And frankly, I think it's time to call your playmakers together and say, all right, guys, we're going to lean on you through this patch. We need you to get us back on track and get us going in the right direction. So you're calling plays geared to them. Not necessarily when you look at your plays, oh, this hurts the defense. I want the ball in the hands of X, Y, and Z and see if we can move forward.
So don't get too cute. Go to the playmakers. Now a throw here, hauled in. They'll go for a gain of 7. And they're going to face an uphill battle here on 3rd and long. thing I think that's safe to say defensively. The tackling's been really good.
And because of that, it's been very, very hard for them to move the ball because you're not getting the benefits of run after catch. You're tackling them almost on the spot. That means you have to run extra plays, harder to move it.
And now here's another interception. Picked off by Julian Blackmon. And the Colts are going to take possession of the football.
With his first.
Well, with this advantage, this defense knew the passes were coming, and they stayed in position, Charles, and picked one off here in the fourth quarter.
Yeah, what a way to cap things off, huh? Because I think this is part of the game within the game. They see the scoreboard, they see what they can accomplish, and they went for it.
On the handoff, Taylor. Damian Wilson in on the stop. Second down, and now a run with Taylor. And a couple of yards as they move it from the 21 to the 19. On third and short, they'll try and pick it up through the air. And they're going to be set up now with the ball at the 13-yard line. He's been the go-to guy. They needed a big play there on third down. Went his way. It worked out.
It doesn't matter whether they've scouted it or that they think he's going to get the ball. He has a knack for finding his way open and completing the connection.
From the 13 now, they work on 1st and 10. Back to throw. Robinson. He'll wind up getting right about 4 there on the scramble, and it's second down. Just 2 minutes remaining here in the fourth quarter of what has been a one-sided affair. So the Colts in possession of the football as we get you reset. They've got a second down now as they look to salt this one away. And he will maneuver his way down to about the 7. In search of 4 yards here to pick up the first down. Robinson now from the gun on third down. And give him another 6. It's caught for a touchdown. And the blowout continues. McLaughlin now to add the PAT. And he's been a busy man, 5 for 5 now as he knocks another one through to extend the lead. That time,
The quarterback throws. The quarterback throws second.
Sanchez now, they kick it away following the touchdown. From the 6. And good coverage here on special teams as he'll get him down shy of the 20. Trying to shake off the interception from the last drive. He'll look to throw. Short throw hauled in by Trimble. And they'll get 8 out of this before being stopped at the 28. They'll run with Hunt on second down. And he's going to lose yards. They take him down at the 26. And it looks like we've got a dime set here defensively. 6 DBs in the game. From the shotgun, he'll look to throw. And the throw there going to be incomplete. There's the Panthers punter now as he's on here to punt it away. He's averaging just under 50 yards a punt as he gets this away. This is taken at about the 14. And when it's said and done, it's a 58-yard punt. And control of the football switching hands here with very little time remaining in this contest. They'll start this drive out on the ground. And he'll manage to pick up about 4. It's second down. The partner under the lights in prime time this offense.